For the past few weeks, corruption allegations have clouded Afya House, with Health CS Mutahi Kagwe on the spot over the procurement saga at the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, KEMSA. The Cabinet Secretary once again appearing before Parliament's Health Committee, together with his PS Susan Mochache, to answer to claims of impropriety.
I think there was a big allegation from the KEMSA CEO in the Senate, saying that he really kind of pushed them to disregard the procurement processes and procedures and award, the tenders against the procedures.
When I'm told that I'm giving directives or I'm trying to influence, I'm putting pressure, Madam Chair, I put pressure on each and every person in my ministry at that time. When the war gets very hot, even the generals go to the war front. And for me to sit in my office and do nothing would be totally irresponsible.
It is to the ministry, and particularly you, to convince us and Kenyans that you never interfered. And I will ask you, how many times did you visit KEMSA?
Mheshimiwa, read my lips through this through this mask. I have never been to KEMSA.
The CS also denying claims that money had been lost in the KEMSA saga.
There is no money that did not buy anything. All the money that was spent on buying PPEs, on buying equipment, on buying commodities, on buying ventilators, all those things are in the warehouses of KEMSA. There is no loss in as far as the purchase of quantities and commodities is concerned.
The Cabinet Secretary told MPs that the Supplies Authority would only lose money owing to variations in the prices of personal protective equipment, PPEs, but insisting that reforms at the institutions were already underway.
What we are dealing with is operational losses because of the price drop. Not a question of commodities that don't exist or air that was delivered at KEMSA.
The Health CS was also put on the spot over alleged conflict of interest.
Waziri, may I know what interest or relationship do you have with everywhere investment or distributors, the company which supply KEMSA with BBEs?
I have no interest in any company at all that is working or trading with PPs. There are over 60 companies.
In the proceedings, suspended KEMSA CEO Jonah Manjari found himself a lone ranger with Kagwe and Mochache, both shifting blame on his actions while at the helm of KEMSA. They said Manjari's suspension was arrived at following intervention from the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission that wanted him out to pave way for investigations.
And when you go wrong, then you don't go wrong because the CS told you to go wrong. You go wrong because you're a poor manager.
PS Mochache further told the Sabina Chege-led committee that KEMSA floated the procedures by going on an overdrive expenditure, despite the Health Ministry capping their spending at 758 million shillings.
I've only given them concurrence on the 758 million. And I also raised the concern that has been raised by my colleague, that communications going to the Treasury must go through the accounting officer of the Ministry of Health, which in this case had been bypassed.
Sitting in for the Transport Cabinet Secretary, CAS Chris Obure also appeared before the committee, absolving the ministry from any wrongdoing in the handling and distribution of the Jack Ma donations to the country. He told the committee that the donations were cleared exclusively by the Government Clearance Agency, while Kenya Airways provided ground handling. Stephen Leto, Citizen TV.